Good morning students. In this video I'm going to discuss about minor landforms. So in your previous classes I've discussed about the major landforms on which we learned about mountains, their importance. We learned about plateaus, their importance. Then we learned about plains, valleys, their importance, etc. So today we'll be discussing about the minor landforms. And the minor landforms are peninsula, isthmus, islands, submarine reefs, which are also an important landforms that develops on the surface of the earth due to endogenic and exogenic forces. So let us understand, or let us start with the first topic, that is peninsula. So first we'll try and understand the definition of peninsula. What are peninsulas? So peninsula is a narrow piece of land surrounded by water on three sides and adjoining or joined to a large landmass on the fourth side. So it is such type of landforms which is surrounded by water on three sides and it is connected with the fourth larger landmass on the fourth side, you can say. Okay, so there are some examples of peninsulas like the Deccan Peninsula of India, Malay Peninsula and Iberian Peninsula. Some of the well-known example of peninsulas throughout the world. So there are other more peninsulas. You can just take the reference of the atlas. You can see any structure surrounded by water on three sides and connected with the land on the fourth side are generally termed as peninsulas. Okay, you can also see the images of peninsula in this. So this is the peninsula of India, that is Deccan Peninsula. You can see the landmass is surrounded by Bay of Bengal on the eastern side and Arabian Sea in the western side, and on the southern portion on the third side it is surrounded by Indian Ocean, and on the fourth side we have the Indian landmass. Okay, so this is the Deccan example of Deccan Peninsula from India. And one more example we have, that is Iberian Peninsula. This is from the European countries. You can see it is surrounded by Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. On the fourth side you have the landmass of Europe. Okay, so clear picture of this can also be seen in this image. This is also an example of Iberian Peninsula. Okay, there are countries like Spain, Portuguese. So this all countries belongs to this particular peninsula. So it is surrounded by the water on three sides. Now we'll try and understand the concept of isthmus. Now what are isthmus? So an isthmus is a narrow neck of land joining two large landmass and separating two water bodies. So isthmus is a narrow neck of land which joins two larger land masses and separate two major water bodies. So best example for this is Isthmus of Panama, and that separates the Pacific Ocean, which is one of the largest ocean in the world, and the Atlantic Ocean. This is the second largest ocean in the world. Okay, so Isthmus of Panama divides these two water bodies and connect North America and South America in the northern side as well as in the southern side. You can see the image here. Now this is Isthmus of Panama. You can see this small Panama is connecting, this landmass is connecting the two major land masses, that is North America in the south and North America in the north and South America in the south. Okay, this is the other image which shows Isthmus of Panama. Okay, let us understand the next concept, that is islands. Now what are islands? So island is a piece of land which is surrounded by water on all sides. Okay, so any piece of land that is surrounded by water on all sides are generally considered as an island. Okay, there are some example of islands like Greenland is one of the largest island, and country, if I say a country with island country, then you have Australia. Island, it is an island country as well as island continent, that is Australia, Sri Lanka, Iceland, Hawaii, etc. are this example of the islands throughout the world. Now a group of island is also known as archipelago. Archipelago is a group of island. When number of islands comes together, we call it as archipelago. You can see some images of island here. So this is an example of an island. It is surrounded by water on all sides. You can see here. One more image we can see. This also represents the island of particular region. Okay, so these are some of the images of islands throughout the world. Now moving on to the next topic, that is submarine reliefs or submarine features. Now what are submarine reliefs? A relief means landforms. So these are the landforms that are formed on the floor of the ocean. So we know that the ocean is a huge mass of water bodies. Below this ocean surface, below this surface of the ocean, there is a landmass, there is a landform that is developed below the blanket of the ocean water. Okay, there are some landforms under the blanket of water. They are continental shelf, continental slopes, submarine canyon, trenches, abyssal plains are some of the landforms that develop below the water surface. Okay, we'll see the pictures. We'll try and understand with the pictures what are abyssal plains, what are continental shelf. You can see here, this is continental shelf which is underwater, and immediately after the continental shelf we have a steep slope. So that particular region is known as continental slope. Then we have some sea mounts. These are volcanic mounts. Okay, these are later on they convert into an island, volcanic island. Then we have abyssal plains. Okay, the flat plain on the sea floor is generally termed as abyssal plain. Then we have the mid-oceanic ridge. Okay, you can see here, this is mid-oceanic ridge. Then you also have a rift valley formation in this particular portion. Then we have trenches. Trenches are the deep or the deep formed on the bottom of the ocean. Then you have continental slope here. Okay, so these are some of the features that developed on the bottom of the ocean floor. Hope you have understood with the concept of the minor landforms. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me anytime, okay, regarding the topic that I've discussed in the previous classes and also with today's topic. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in my personal number. Thank you, all of you.